Stillness is where all clarity begins. In a world that never stops moving, people have forgotten how to be still. Everywhere you look, there's noise. Traffic, notifications, conversations, endless thoughts racing through the mind. It's no wonder so many feel lost, overwhelmed, and disconnected from themselves. But the answers we seek, the wisdom we crave, and the peace we long for do not come from chasing more. They come from embracing less. Think about the times in your life when you felt truly at peace. It wasn't when you were rushing or overthinking. It wasn't when you were forcing things to happen. It was in those rare moments of stillness, when you paused, took a deep breath, and allowed yourself to just be. Stillness is not about doing nothing. It is about being fully present. It is a state where all the noise fades, and you can finally hear your own inner voice. Many people believe they must always be doing something to be productive or valuable. They fill their days with tasks, distractions, and endless planning. But stillness is not wasted time. It is where true wisdom is found. When you stop and listen, you realize that clarity does not come from forcing things. It comes from allowing them. Just like a muddy river clears when left undisturbed, your mind also becomes clearer when you create space for stillness. Stillness is not just sitting in silence. It is a state of awareness. You can experience it while walking, drinking tea, or simply closing your eyes for a moment. It is the practice of slowing down and turning inward. When you embrace stillness, you connect with the deep intelligence of life itself. You begin to trust that everything is unfolding as it should, without the need to control every detail. Right now, take a deep breath. Let go of any tension in your body. Release the need to figure everything out. Just be here, in this moment. Nothing else exists but now. When you make stillness a part of your life, you will notice something incredible. Answers will come effortlessly. Clarity will replace confusion, and peace will replace stress. The mind is constantly filled with thoughts, most of them unnecessary. Every day, people think tens of thousands of thoughts, many of which are just repetitions of yesterday's worries. These thoughts become mental clutter, clouding judgment and making it difficult to see things clearly. Just like a messy room feels overwhelming, a cluttered mind creates unnecessary stress. Have you ever noticed how your best ideas come when you're not thinking about them? Maybe while taking a shower, going for a walk, or just relaxing. That's because clarity does not come from overthinking. It comes from creating space for insight to arise. When the mind is too busy, wisdom gets lost in the noise. Imagine holding a jar filled with water and dirt. If you keep shaking it, the water stays cloudy. But if you place the jar down and let it rest, the dirt settles and the water becomes clear. The same happens with your thoughts. When you constantly stir them up by worrying, overanalyzing, and stressing, your mind remains cloudy. But when you allow yourself to slow down, the mental clutter settles and clarity naturally appears. People often try to control everything through thinking. They replay past conversations, worry about the future, and analyze every possible outcome. But overthinking does not lead to better solutions. It only creates more confusion. True wisdom does not come from thinking harder. It comes from thinking less. The most powerful insights come in moments of stillness. Letting go of mental clutter means making peace with not knowing everything right now. It means trusting that you do not have to solve every problem in this moment. Answers will come when they are needed. You do not have to carry the weight of the world in your mind. One of the best ways to clear mental clutter is to become aware of your thoughts without attaching to them. Imagine watching your thoughts like clouds passing in the sky. Some are dark, some are light, but they all pass. You do not have to hold on to them. Simply observe, breathe, and let them go. Right now, notice your thoughts. Are they helpful, or are they just noise? Are they bringing you peace, or are they keeping you stuck? Let go of anything that is not serving you. You do not need to carry it. When you clear the mental clutter, you create space for clarity, peace, and a deeper connection with yourself. Silence is one of the most powerful forces in the world. It is the space where healing happens, where answers arise, and where the deepest truths are revealed. Yet many people avoid silence. They fill every moment with noise, music, television, conversations, or their own inner dialogue. But silence is not something to fear. It is something to embrace. Most people do not realize how much noise surrounds them until they step into silence. The modern world is designed to keep people constantly stimulated. Social media, news, and entertainment keep the mind engaged at all times. But when was the last time you truly sat in silence, without distractions, without filling the space with something external? Silence is not emptiness. It is a living presence. When you allow yourself to be in silence, you connect with something greater than yourself. You begin to hear the whispers of your soul, the quiet guidance of your intuition. Some people fear silence because it brings up emotions they have avoided. When there is no noise to cover them, feelings of sadness, fear, or unresolved pain may rise to the surface. But this is not a bad thing. It is an opportunity for healing. Silence does not create discomfort. It simply reveals what has been buried. And once something is seen, it can be healed. Think of silence as a mirror. It reflects everything that is within you, your thoughts, your emotions, your deepest desires. Many people avoid looking into this mirror because they are afraid of what they might see. But facing yourself is the first step to true healing. The things you run from will always follow you until you stop and acknowledge them. Spending time in silence each day, even for a few minutes, can transform your life. It does not have to be complicated. You can sit in a quiet room, take a walk in nature, or simply close your eyes and breathe. In these moments, you will notice something extraordinary. Your mind slows down, your heart opens, and you feel deeply connected to life itself. Silence is where true clarity is found. It is the space between thoughts, the pause between words, the moment where all wisdom exists. When you embrace silence, you embrace yourself. You begin to understand that you are not your thoughts, not your worries, not your past. You are something much greater. Right now, take a moment of silence. Just breathe. Feel the stillness within you. There is nothing to do, nothing to fix, nothing to chase. Just be here. This moment, this silence is enough. All the answers you seek are already within you. There is a deep wisdom inside you, always guiding you, always ready to show you the way. But most people do not trust themselves. They doubt their intuition, second-guess their decisions, and look outside for validation. They seek advice from others, hoping someone else will tell them what to do. but no one knows your path better than you do. Your inner wisdom speaks in quiet whispers, not in loud demands. It is not forceful or desperate. It is gentle and certain. The problem is that most people are too busy to hear it. Their minds are filled with worries, distractions, and outside opinions. But when you embrace stillness, you create space to listen. Think about a time when you just knew something without being able to explain why. Maybe you felt drawn to a certain decision, or you had a strong feeling about a person or situation. That was your intuition speaking. Your inner wisdom does not come from logic. It comes from deep knowing. But how do you trust something you cannot see? The key is practice. Start small. The next time you have a choice to make, pause. Instead of thinking about what others would do, ask yourself, what feels right to me? Then listen. The first answer that comes, before doubt and overthinking take over, is usually the right one. Many people ignore their intuition because they do not trust themselves. They think, what if I'm wrong? What if I make a mistake? But mistakes are not failures. They are part of learning. The more you trust your inner voice, the stronger it becomes. It is like a muscle. The more you use it, the more powerful it gets. Trusting yourself means accepting that you will not always have all the answers immediately. It means allowing clarity to unfold naturally without forcing it. It means believing that you are capable, wise, and supported by the universe. Right now, place your hand over your heart. Take a deep breath and say to yourself, I trust my inner wisdom. I know that I am always guided. The answers I seek are already within me. Let this truth sink in. You are wiser than you think. You do not need to chase clarity. It is already inside you, waiting for you to listen. Most people spend their lives trying to control everything. They plan, predict, and hold on tightly, afraid that if they let go, things will fall apart. But control is an illusion. Life is always moving, always shifting, and no matter how hard you try, you cannot control everything. True peace comes from surrender, not control. Think about how much energy is spent trying to make life fit into a perfect plan. People stress over the future, worry about things that may never happen, and try to force outcomes. But forcing only creates resistance. The more you push, the more life pushes back. Imagine holding sand in your hand. If you grip it too tightly, it slips through your fingers. But if you hold it gently, it stays in place. Life works the same way. When you let go of control, you allow things to flow naturally. You make space for better things to come. Letting go does not mean giving up. It does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop forcing and start trusting. It means you understand that life has its own timing and everything will unfold as it should. Many people believe that if they do not control everything, things will go wrong. But have you ever noticed that the best things in life often happen unexpectedly? The right person, the perfect opportunity, the solution you never saw coming. They arrive when you least expect them, not when you try to force them. Right now, think about something in your life that you have been trying to control. Ask yourself, what would happen if I let go? What if I trusted that everything is working out for my highest good? Feel the weight lift from your shoulders as you release the need to control. Take a deep breath and say to yourself, I trust life. I release the need to control. I allow things to unfold naturally. You do not have to do everything alone. Life is always supporting you. Clarity does not come from thinking about the past or worrying about the future. It comes from being fully present. The present moment is where all the answers exist. But most people miss it because they are too busy living in their minds. Think about how often you replay old conversations, regret past choices, or worry about things that have not even happened yet. The mind loves to keep you stuck in time, either reliving the past or imagining the future. But the only moment that truly exists is now. When you bring your focus to the present, everything slows down. You begin to notice things you never paid attention to before. The sound of your breath, the warmth of the sun, the simple beauty of life happening around you. And in this awareness, clarity appears. Imagine standing in a foggy field, unable to see anything around you. That fog represents all your thoughts, worries, and distractions. But when the fog lifts, everything becomes clear. This is what happens when you bring your attention to the present. The mental fog disappears, and suddenly you can see the path in front of you. One of the easiest ways to bring yourself back to the present is through your breath. Your breath is always happening now. You cannot breathe for the past, and you cannot breathe for the future. You can only breathe in this moment. Try this. Take a deep breath in, hold it for a few seconds, and exhale slowly. Notice how your mind immediately becomes quieter. Feel your feet on the ground. Listen to the sounds around you. You are here in this moment, and that is enough. Clarity is not something you need to chase. It is already here, waiting for you to slow down and notice it. The next time you feel lost or confused, do not look outside yourself for the answers. Simply pause, breathe, and return to now. This moment is where all wisdom lives. Stillness does not happen by accident. It must be invited into your life. Most people say they do not have time for stillness. They believe their schedules are too full, their responsibilities too great. But stillness is not something extra. It is something essential. You do not need to sit for hours in meditation. You do not need to escape to a quiet retreat. Stillness can be found in small moments throughout your day. It can be as simple as taking a deep breath before speaking, pausing for a few seconds between tasks, or sitting quietly with your morning tea instead of reaching for your phone. The mind will always try to convince you that you need to do more. But the truth is, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is pause. When you create space for stillness, you invite clarity into your life. You allow your mind to reset, your body to relax, and your spirit to realign with the flow of life. Begin by setting aside just a few minutes a day for stillness. Close your eyes, breathe, let go of the rush. With time, you will find that stillness is not something separate from life. It is something you carry within you, wherever you go. What you say to yourself in moments of stillness shapes your life. Your words are powerful. They can either fill your mind with peace or add to the chaos. Most people do not realize that they are speaking affirmations all the time. When they say, "I'm always stressed," "Nothing ever works out for me," or "I'm not good enough," they are reinforcing negative patterns. But when you consciously choose words of peace, confidence, and abundance, your reality begins to shift. Stillness is the perfect time to plant new thoughts. When the mind is quiet, affirmations take root more easily. Instead of filling moments of silence with doubt and worry, fill them with words that uplift and empower you. Here are some affirmations to repeat in stillness. I trust the wisdom within me. I am safe. I am guided. All is well. I release all stress and welcome peace. I am open and receptive to clarity and abundance. Say these words with feeling. Let them sink deep into your heart. The more you affirm what you want, the more you allow it to become your reality. Life is always moving, always changing. The seasons shift, the sun rises and sets, and the river flows effortlessly to the ocean. Everything in nature follows its own rhythm, without force, without struggle. But people resist the natural flow of life. They try to control, plan, and push things to happen on their own timeline. When things do not go as expected, they feel frustrated, as if life is working against them. But life is never against you. It is always guiding you toward the best possible outcome. Think about the times in your life when things did not go as planned, only to turn out better than you imagined. Maybe you lost a job, but found something even more fulfilling. Maybe a relationship ended, only to make space for true love. When you stop resisting life and allow it to unfold naturally, you make room for miracles. Let go of the need to control every detail. Trust that life knows what it is doing. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. The more you relax into the flow, the more life surprises you in the most beautiful ways. Inner peace is not something you find once and keep forever. It is something you choose, moment by moment, day by day. The world will always be full of distractions. There will always be things pulling at your attention. But true peace is not about changing the world around you. It is about changing the way you respond to it. You can bring peace into every moment of your life. You can wake up with gratitude. You can move through your day with presence. You can choose not to let small things disturb your inner calm. No matter what is happening around you, you always have the power to return to stillness. The noise of the world does not have to become the noise of your mind. You can always take a breath, close your eyes, and reconnect with the quiet wisdom inside you. Clarity is not something you chase. It is something you allow. It is found in stillness, in trust, in the present moment. It is found when you release the need to control, when you let go of mental clutter, and when you create space for silence. Right now, take one deep breath. Feel the stillness within you. This peace, this clarity, this deep knowing, it is always here. It has been with you all along. You do not have to search for it. You only have to remember it. You are safe. You are guided. And all is well.